What's up, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Voyager Class Studio Series BONECRUSHER Studio Series 33, I think it's 33. And the other figure we're taking a look at is the Transformers Movie 1 2007 BONECRUSHER. Now these two are nice figures in their own, but I would say this guy Studio Series BONECRUSHER is already like the clear winner out of the two, because BONECRUSHER's design has been so distinct and overly what do you call that? Overly exaggerated proportions with the thigh gap, the overly long arms, and the small head. And what Hasbro gave to us in the first line of movies is this guy. Now, this guy did not meet some of those expectations we were expecting, and mainly due to the legs, the thigh gap not too big, the broadness of the shoulders is just not right, and of course the head. I mean, it looks nice. I mean, I gotta say, it looks nice. So we're gonna move BONECRUSHER Studio Series, the love of my life, out of the way for a while. And we're gonna continue with Movie 1. Now, Movie 1, he's okay. Not much to talk about. He has his problems. A lot of problems. Now, first I would say there's like a weird brownish green here. It may look like a shiny brown, but that's not good. He's supposed to be like just this tan color, like as for this guy executed it really well. Hasbro had to like put on a little bit more color, and that's just sad. I mean, lack of color was perfect already. I mean, just add a little more silver, and that's good. Now, JJ Prime does have the movie The Best one, and I would like that, but after handling this mold for a while, I mean, I've come to like it. It's nice, I guess. It has its charms. And, he's okay. Transformation elements, I do love how the arms just become the whole top of the car. And, like, these wheels, or, like, the shoulders are, like, Bumblebee styled, Another thing I like is the claw. The claw here, so let's kind of just move these out of the way. Now, the claw here has a little bit of transformation where it can split open. And that is what I like about this, because reasons is, the claw actually transforms a little bit more in the first movie, and it actually kind of like splays out into like a more gigantic claw. And I like this a bit more. I wish they incorporated that in the Studio Series version, but one thing that just feels forced is the gimmick. Now, the gimmick, not the biggest fan. Sometimes it would get jammed and stuff, but as for mine, it works. It works nice and easy. But that's pretty cool, I must say. Now, what I did with my Movie 1 BONECRUSHER is that I did like a little bit of customization and like a little bit of customization modification. These panels here were supposed to just kind of flip out, and then what I did is kind of just remove these panels here, added this whole section here onto the actual forearm, and that kind of moved down to the actual forearm, so that this would kind of meet out, kind of become a bit more thick, to become a lot more, stronger. The legs I didn't do that much, they're just obvious thing is that I painted him. The windshields are now black. The head has a wash of black. I love how the head came out. Like, look at that. I mean, it's not focusing, but there you go. Ooh. I actually like how it came out, and that's pretty cool. The body also, I love how it came out, so that's pretty cool. It has its charm. I do like how they added like fake mirror window sections just to make it look accurate. Stop shaking, because I'm using like a ring light thingy, and it's so near to my face sometimes, and I kind of just tip it over sometimes, but no, I'm trying my best. As for Studio Series, he actually uses his actual like side windows, so that's pretty cool. Um, I think that's pretty much it for this guy's robot mode. The back, kind of a mess, but it's the same. It's almost the same as the Studio Series version, almost. You know, you got the whole hood section of the car, but this does the kibble of the wheels a lot better than this. Now the claw does attach to his back, but due to like problems and hardships, it's hard to attach it. Because I bought this fuse and the guy like added glue gun, like glue, so that it would stick. But now I took it off. I accidentally took it off, and it's hard to put it back now. But there you have it. I tried it, but it's still it attaches, but it comes off a bit too easy. That's pretty much it. Now, for comparison, this guy is a deluxe. Now, this guy did not meet our expectations on a Voyager scale, because Optimus Prime, Voyager size, but here's Optimus. So here is my custom, I've already mentioned it in my last Optimus review, but if we're talking movie scale, this guy is like way smaller than our normal Optimus. As if Studio Series wasn't big enough, small enough. I don't know, but there you go. He's really small. Damn small. But I could let it slide, because like they were basing off like concept art and like concept sizes, I guess. So I'll give Hasbro a pass for this guy's this guy's small size. So not too bad. Now, Studio Series BONECRUSHER. Ooh, yes. I'm in love with this figure. Now, I didn't mention here on my YouTube. I mentioned on Instagram that this guy went on clearance here at my country, because he's like a shelf warmer, and like shelf warmers tend to go on discount. Now he's like $7.27 in your guys' country probably, and he is. I don't understand, because like BONECRUSHER is like a nice upgrade to the original BONECRUSHER, and then they just go like, ooh, let's put this guy in clearance, He already had like a price tag that said like he had a lot more. He more like $9, I think. He had like $9, and then when I went to the counter, they're like, oh, just give us $7. He went on clearance again and again, so why not go buy him? Oh, that. But like I don't understand, because this guy is like the most perfect representation of BONECRUSHER we will probably ever get, because Hasbro's moving on to other stuff. But this guy, this guy just ignores the whole gimmicky claw gimmicks and like weird proportions. This guy just goes full blown BONECRUSHER. But the problem with this guy, he is Voyager class. Yes, he is Voyager. He's big, he's bulky, he's girthy. But the problem is his height. His height is almost probably like the deluxe class. Now, you could argue that, Optimus was kind of bent down in the fight scene, like Optimus just was kind of doing the weird kneeling and sliding pose, and then people were probably thinking, Optimus is almost the same size as BONECRUSHER, and yes, they were the same size as Optimus bending down, and BONECRUSHER was just kind of leaping at Optimus. So I guess that makes sense that Optimus would be a bit bigger, since he was just kneeling down, fighting BONECRUSHER and stuff. And like when Prime punched his face, yeah, it was at his arm level. BONECRUSHER's face was at Optimus Prime's elbow level, and that would make sense, I guess. Now, that was a big explanation, but you know, I guess it would make sense for him to not be as tall as Optimus, so I could let it slide. Now, you got stuff under there, so let me zoom. Let me zoom. Let me zoom at BONECRUSHER. There you go. And that's pretty much it for like the scale. I mean, I don't have much problems with scale. He's okay. He's okay. He's okay. You know, not too shabby. But other than that, he's nice. I just love him. One thing I didn't mention, articulation on the 07 BONECRUSHER. You know, he has the basic articulation like a head joint, the head ball joint, actually. He has a head ball joint right here, an arm rotation, an outward movement, and another rotation, which is probably the bicep, and an elbow bend, and another like wrist hinge. That, and another hinge here, leg ball joint. He can kick, he can move back. You know, he can pretty much do the splits, I guess. Knee bend and ankle pivot. Now this could move out of the way, and ankle pivot. That's pretty much it. Now this guy excels on those articulation. I actually love how this guy's head is just kind of just down here, so he has like tilting head and a ball joint, so he can rotate. I love how they just kind of work that in, because if you do the angle wrong, this guy's head just looks wonky. It looks flat. It looks drab. It looks stupid. But this guy does it all well. He also has like weird forward movement, if you'd call it that, and it's not loose. It's not loose, so it's manageable, and it actually kind of works like a forward movement. So he can kind of do that pose where he rams it to the bus. Now he's got a rotation at the arm. The arm moves out. There's another hinge here, so he can kind of move a lot more out. So when he's going out, probably he can go like. I actually don't understand everything he says. Me and my little brother are kind of just joking around at what he says when he transforms, like you don't understand anything. People were speculating. He said like, did that hurt Prime or something? I don't know. But the thing I can confirm is that I think he said like, I hate you, and then Prime just rips off his arm. But he has another rotation here and another hinge here. But if you do it right, if you got the angle right, he does have a double elbow bend, and that's pretty cool. And he has a hinge at the wrist, and he has opening hands. That's pretty cool, and it's also really cool. Sadly, based on how he transforms, no waist swivel at all. So you can't work anything into that. It's pretty sad. So he can kick, and he can move back that far. And that is far. He has a thigh swivel, which is kind of tight on mine. A bit too tight. Thigh swivel, and I keep knocking my camera. I just... There's a knee bend and an ankle pivot, and the ankle pivot is wacky, but it works, I guess. If I knock my camera down another time, I will lose it. For the claw weapon, you know, it's basic claw stuff. This will hinge up, and then this will hinge another time. So let me just kind of bring it up a little bit, because this guy's claw is pretty cool. Now he has two hinges here, so you got hinge there and a hinge there. Now if we move up another time, he has rotation here and a rotation here. Now you can angle this however you like, since he has the claw. Oh no, oh no! Just kind of move down randomly. Okay, there you go. There you goes. And like I mentioned, I love how the original movie 1 version dealt with the claw a lot more than this guy, since, you know, it's just a straight claw. Oh my god. I knocked it off again. But, you know, it works. It works as a claw. You know, I like... Excuse me. Excuse me. I like kind of doing that. Gives them more of a... Do not judge the piñata. Yeah, you could do that. But anyway, for transformación, movie 1 Bone Crusher, I just kind of like removing this and just kind of angling these, how they would look in the buffalo mode. I don't know how that car works, but yeah, there you go. You have the weird claw thing. Transformation. Now, this is not gonna be fun, but okay. So you kind of bring the wrist in, bring that in, just do that. That's still pretty cool. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of this custom. This is the most proudest custom I've ever done. I love this custom. This custom is my favorite. And that's just how the arm goes. Now, you can bring the legs in, rotate the thighs. Bring the legs in, rotate the thighs. Bring this wheel out. And bring these spikes in. E. Just kind of bring those in. Just make sure they're straightened. And then these would just kind of do their old magic stuff. Look at that. These do not work. E. Come on. There you go. And then other side pretty much just does the same thing. E. E. And the ladder, make sure it's aligned and stuff. Just make sure everything is just aligned. And then this will tab in. There's another tab inside there. That will tab in. That will straighten the wheels. To make sure it doesn't flop around whenever you're rolling it around. I'm kind of getting infuriated by this Bone Crusher since he is pretty hard to mess with. And that is how you get him into the buffalo mode. And like I said, customization a little bit. I did this vent there, stuff there, here and there. It's pretty cool. Now let's put it down because I am not happy with how this works. But I think it just kind of stays there. And there you go. And there you have Bone Crusher's buffalo mode. You kind of just bring this out, just kind of rotate the other side. And then there you have it, his alt mode. And I do not like how that is bent, like diagonal. That sucks completely. Whatever. There you have Bone Crusher, 07 Bone Crusher. Now, we'll talk about them both. You know, they're pretty much the same car, so let's go with Studio Series. Studio Series. Now, what we do is I kind of like starting with this section here. Kind of move this in. Here, go and then move this other section in. So like this. So you bring that in, and then I kind of bring this other section in like that. And then I bend the knees. I bend the knees forward. So there's just, I'm showing how it's easier to transform in this way. As for me, I guess, but for you, whatever. Now, I do deal with the claw, just like that, then just rotate down. And then these will just kind of tab together. There you have that. And there you have this whole section, just kind of just bend it, however you like, and that's how it will orient probably. Let's move it up, why not? Because this is hard to manage. But, pretty fun. You know. Now, this section. You can rotate the arms up now. Bring these, straighten that, and then just kind of bring that out. So you can straighten these, rotate, bring that out for a while. Now you can ring this in. Just kind of accordion that. And you have these little panels here that will just kind of cover those sections up. And you kind of have them like doing like a little big old whoopla. kind of if you do these, he's doing ballet, or like I don't know what you call it. But that's pretty much it. Now you can bring these down, and then bring these sections up. The wheel sections, no splitties. The wheel sections. I can rotate these like that. That's how I do it instead of just dealing with tight thighs, but it works. Now there is two tabs in here. Make sure that they tab in to here. Woo boy. Let me do this off camera because it is pretty hard. There you go. Now we got that all situated. Up and about. Just kind of make sure these are outwards because that will be important. Just kind of straighten stuff up if you can. And then you can bring in this whole section here. That will bring in. Then we can bring these two sections together. There you go. Now you do have these two tabs here, and then there's these two slots up in there. Now I'm gonna do that off camera because you just want to connect them and just make sure that everything here is situated like that. Okay. Now, if I do it correctly, he's gonna turn very smooth. Now you want these sections to line up so that they won't look ugly. And now you have these two tabs here and there. You just kind of bring it together just like so. There you go. And then you can bring the whole hood section up and bring this. It's kind of like that. That's how I want to orient that. And then just bring the hands down. And there you have BONECRUSHER in his alternate mode. Now, let's bring in 07, because they are pretty much the same. Now, if we're talking about the normal colors of 07, they're pretty much the same. They have the blue windshields and stuff. Now, this sucks. They have the blue windshields and not much weathering. I just added stuff here because I was bored. One thing that I like is that they didn't add like weird green color on weird brownish green color on this guy's wheels. The wheels are just, you know, pitch black, and I like that. The spare tire, I like how it's oh god. I like how the spare tire kind of just budges out a little bit, you know, instead of just this weird flush spare tire, which is weird. One thing that I don't really like is how every wheel is not the same, and all this guy's wheels are the same. I guess it is accurate to the movies. If it's not the same, I'm not sure. But whatever, I guess. So that's pretty much it. You know, BONECRUSHER is nice. Now he does have the backdrop. It's the highway scene with Optimus, and it's nice. That's pretty much it for BONECRUSHER. I mean, if they're both the same size, I guess, almost the same size, because if you just kind of do that, they're both almost. Yep, they're pretty much the same size. And that is pretty weird, since, you know, SS BONECRUSHER is a Voyager, and, you know, this guy is a deluxe, but yeah, it just goes to show how Studio Series and other Transformers lines have become smaller from time to time. Now let me just put Prime here because it's pretty cool. I guess if they do it smaller, it's more in scale and more details could pop out. I guess I'm not sure. Maybe it's just their way of showing that we can do a lot more details if we can do it smaller, and not bad, I guess. So that's pretty much it for this review. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good night. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye bye.